It feels like every other day now somebody is getting cancelled on Twitter. So it's pretty interesting to see the platform get a taste of its own medicine when the New York Post exposes them for refusing to remove CP because it didn't violate their community policies. The article goes on to explain that a 13-year-old boy was catfished into creating CP, and then when the catfishers revealed themselves, they ended up blackmailing the boy into making more material. Eventually, after creating some more CP, the boy blocked them, and that resulted in the blackmailers releasing the material on Twitter. Twitter was very reluctant to remove the material, saying that it didn't violate their policies, and it took over a month of requests and a federal agent getting involved for the post to eventually be removed. And now the parents are suing Twitter for their incompetence, which is what sparked this article. A lot of people obviously had a lot of reactions to this on Twitter. Daniel responds by showing a screenshot of the TOS of Twitter, where they say, "We have zero tolerance for child sexual exploitation on Twitter." Blair White responds by saying, "But don't you dare have different political views than Twitter. That would be too much." Stone Toss Comics says, "Good news for Vosh fans." Fury says, "Child porn exists on this app?" To which Dar responds, "Link, so I can report it." Octonus responds, "Maega, you are finished." Final Master M responds by saying, "This site openly accepts minor attracted people and pedophiles, allowing them to converse with and coddle each other, as well as discuss their attraction in the presence of minors. Know where Twitter's focus on censoring was, though? Anyone named Trump." Anthony says, "Jack, explain yourself." To which Tyler responds, "He's too focused on banning a former president, but won't remove child porn. Unbelievable." Steven responds to New York Post by saying, "Change the policies then? What the fuck?" Hassan responds, "The people who made the policies," showing a picture of a shirtless obese man at his computer. Stuzex responds, "Didn't violate policies? How?" Remore responds, "Motherfucker said it didn't violate policies. Motherfucker, it violates the law." Velocity says, "Hold up. In Twitter's TOS, it states they have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to child pornography. So, that could be one of two things. Either New York Post lied about this, or that Jack is very hypocritical." Solid Optimist says, "It really says something about our society when Twitter doesn't see an issue with CP, Netflix made a movie celebrating CP, YouTube defends pedos. And this is a post-Epstein world, mind you." Pimp Master Yoda says, "It's a private company, bro."
Refused to remove child porn. Twitter wouldn't, because violate policies it did not. Well, suppose perfect sense that makes, because temporarily banned I was a while back for calling someone a fucking retard, because violated policies that did. However, child porn does not. Perfect sense that makes, yep, perfect sense. Jack, you stupid mother...
Everything Out of Context tweets out, "Who's the next hashtag Twitter is over party?" Showing Netflix telling Discord, Reddit, and Twitter, "Everyone, stop firing. We're shooting at our own men." Nakamaraku tweets out, "Don't act like y'all didn't see this coming. Hashtag Twitter is over party." Showing a tweet from Twitter where they say, "Age really is just a number." Jay tweets out, "Caption guy has no words." Showing that hashtag Twitter is over party is trending, but unlike other hashtags, nobody at Twitter bothered to give it a caption. The Clown in Town 2 tweets out, "How y'all canceling Twitter on Twitter?" Shy tweets out, "Twitter users after canceling Twitter and getting the site shut down. Now what?" Mad Daddy tweets out, "Y'all dumbasses actually retweet this Twitter is over party bullshit?" New York Post is owned by the Murdochs, which means it's not real news. They are being retaliatory towards Twitter for rightfully banning that orange mushroom. Grow up. Mudahar quote tweets New York Post to say, "Add a new policy, you fucking dumbasses." Tony Soprano responds, "Twitter refused to remove chat." Nopify responds to Muda by saying, "Just burned down my parents' house and told my mom it didn't violate policies. She let me off the hook." Tony Soprano responds, "Oh, I don't think so. Wanted. Maniac." Big Mistakes responds to New York Post by saying, "Twitter is a mistake for allowing this, and not doing anything about it." Optimus responds to New York Post by saying, "Huh?" Brandon tweets out, "Twitter when CP is posted, I sleep. Twitter when I make a joke, real shit." Cryptic responds to New York Post by saying, "They can't be serious." To which published author responds, "Igas will remove the president before CP." Cryptic responds, "Can't even be a Nav and LeBron fan on here." Cryptic then shows that someone quote tweeted New York Post to say, "Garbage app, laughing my ass off," and then Twitter suspended them. Steven responds to Cryptic with this Twitter video.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right, and damn it, it's time that we find out.
Drew says, they'll remove the president, but child porn can stay. Should tell you everything you need to know about who runs big tech. Ace says, if we applied the same standards the Fed applies to Ross Ulbricht to Twitter, Jack and his accomplices would be in prison, and there was no child porn allowed on the Silk Road. Yet again, that infamous black market had higher standards than the corporation. Sideshow Bob says, Trump Twitter is apparently more dangerous than child exploitation. Anime Bibleverse says, millstone for Jack. Matthew says, Twitter, if this doesn't violate your policies, the policies are wrong. Chris McLean says, not cool, Twitter. Lord Cooley says, so child porn cool, but I can't call a fat bitch fat. Fat Lover 69 says, actual hell site. Twitter, could you possibly spend even a fraction of the time you use for getting political wrongthink off the site on getting literal child predators off your fucking site? Leah Rose says, Twitter seems more eager to censor pro-life content and Trump supporters than to censor child porn. Ave Maria says, clearly I have the right people on my timeline because I ain't even know child porn existed on this app. Jack Mull says, my account once got suspended for sending too many DMs in a day. Poison says, I think the first time I got suspended on Twitter was because I sent a person death threats because he was operating a child porn server on Telegram and linking it through Twitter. I got suspended and he didn't, even though I reported him. Mick Crow says, we lost RGC, Not Okay Comics, and Cafe Mantra for Edgy Comics, but this is fine. Mega Forever says, am I supposed to be shocked or something? Ron Kulu says, Jack Dorsey, following the rules? Banned. Also Jack Dorsey. Child porn? Nah, totally fine. Black Sage D says, yet Parler gets banned off Amazon servers, the iOS App Store, and the Google Play Store, because they feared it would facilitate violent insurrection. Minds App gets neutered on both stores. I'ma need everybody at Big Tech to hold that same energy. And that's about it for the tweets on this situation. This did end up trending, but for some reason I couldn't find that many tweets on it. Considering we saw that tweet earlier where someone called out Twitter and then they got suspended, it's really got the conspiracy part of my mind thinking on why there wasn't that many tweets. Or maybe people just don't like talking about CP in any capacity, which honestly, I can't blame them. It's definitely easy to ignore that this is happening rather than call Twitter directly out of fear of losing your account or just because it's a horrible situation in general. You'd think stuff like CP and murder would just be automatically banned from these platforms because, you know, it's illegal, but apparently not. Anyways, I'm sure you guys have a lot of thoughts on this, so if you do, be sure to share it in the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with everything going on at Twitter, except for apparently CP. I'm not gonna be showing that. Holy shit. Still blows my mind that that was allowed to happen. Anyways, I'd like to thank my channel members for supporting the channel. In particular, Scrubby, who decided to donate $100 a month. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, dude. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.